Welcome, curious minds, to another deep dive.
Great to be here.
Today, we're plunging into a world where history really blurs with legend. We're uncovering the insights hidden in an ancient saga from our shared sources, the storm of Skaldar Iron-Eye.
Yeah, this one's fascinating.
It really is. And it's not just, a thrilling tale of Viking battles and ambition. It's more a powerful look at fate, glory, and maybe the surprising, even chilling cost of getting exactly what you want.
The price of ultimate success, you could say.
Exactly. So, let's maybe set the scene. Skaldar Iron-Eye. The saga paints his birth as, well, incredibly dramatic.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Very typical for a saga hero.
Right. A red sky, thunder, and then this lightning bolt splits a huge oak tree right near his father's hall at the very moment he's born.
Powerful imagery.
And it says from that day on, one of Skaldar's eyes, it gleamed like steel, hard and unyielding, which is how he got the name, Iron-Eye.
And that marking right from birth, it's not just drama, it's a classic saga motif. It really suggests that a hero's fate isn't entirely, their own choice. Oh, okay.
It brings up that core tension you see in a lot of Norse thinking. Is Skaldar choosing his path? Or is he just playing a role already set out for him? That gleaming, unyielding eye is such a strong visual for a destiny he maybe can't escape. That idea of destiny makes his ambition feel even more, intense. How did he stand out from, say, other Jarl's sons? What was he really after?
Well, yeah, while others might have been focused on grabbing more land or piling up silver, the usual status symbols, Skaldar wanted something else. Something that would last.
Last how?
He craved a glory so huge it would literally outlast his bones. He wanted a saga sung about him by skalds, the poets, even in winters far, far in the future.
So immortality through story.
Precisely. For a Viking, that was the ultimate immortality, having your deeds remembered, composed, sung by the skalds. They were the keepers of history and fame. Their verses meant your name lived on. It defined your legacy.
That's a whole different level of ambition than just wealth. And this drive for renown, it leads him on a pretty legendary quest. What was the object he became obsessed with?
So the story goes, a rumor reached Skaldar. It came from across the Whale Road.
The ocean, right, that great Kenny.
Exactly, the Viking highway and battleground. The rumor spoke of a treasure in the land of the Franks, a golden shield.
Okay.
But not just any shield. This one was supposedly blessed by the gods themselves. It could not be broken. It promised, essentially, invulnerability in battle to whoever held it.
Wow, an unbroken shield. That's huge. This is where it gets really interesting.
It really does, because that shield immediately symbolizes more than just power. It's something almost unnatural, a defiance of death itself, of mortal limits.
A defiance of fate, maybe, given his birthmark.
Good point. And it absolutely became Skaldar's obsession. The saga tells us he made this incredibly solemn oath before Odin's stone.
Yeah.
He said, I shall claim the unbroken shield or die with my name upon the wind.
What did an oath like that actually mean back then? Was it just words?
Oh, no, not at all. Oaths sworn before God or on something sacred like Odin's stone were believed to bind your actual fate, your word. Breaking one could bring ruin, not just on you, but maybe your whole family. It shows just how committed Skaldar was. Utterly.
Okay, so he's all in.
Completely. He gathered 50 men warriors bound to him by blood earth, the comitatus, and they set sail. The journey itself was brutal, furious seas. But the legend says thunder crashed around Skaldar, but never actually hit him.
Like Thor himself was clearing the path.
Exactly like that. And this idea of, let's call it conditional divine favor, it's really key in Norse stories. It's rarely just a simple gift. More often, it's like a burden or a debt.
Wow.
What looks like help from the gods early on, it often comes with hidden strings. It sets up this tragic path where the very power you were granted might end up being the thing that destroys you.
Foreshadowing. Okay, so they survive the journey. They reach the Frankish coast. Stone walls. What happens next?
A brutal siege. 3 days, 3 nights. Axes smashing gates, the saga says spears darken the sky. Skaldar himself was apparently ferocious, like legendarily so. They say he climbed the walls with his bare hands, roaring like a storm.
Just raw fury.
Total focus. He finally breaks in, fights his way to the castle hall, and there it is, the golden shield hung on the throne. But just as he reaches for it, the Frankish king's champion appears. A huge knight, covered head to toe in black iron armor.
The final boss fight.
Pretty much. They clash sword against Skaldar's axe. It's a desperate fight, but finally, Skaldar lands this massive blow, splits the knight's helm right open, the champion falls, the shield is his.
Quest complete. Ultimate power achieved. Must have been the triumph he dreamed of.
Well, that's where the saga delivers its real punch, the twist. As Skaldar lifts the shield, the ground itself trembles, and he knows, instantly, the gods hadn't just blessed this thing, they'd cursed it too.
Cursed it.
The chilling part was the revelation. Every victory won with it would demand blood in return. He understood right then the terrible price attached to this invulnerability. He knew. The saga is clear, he understood the curse. Yet, despite knowing, he chose to carry it anyway, and this moment, it's absolutely critical. He gets the power, but sees the awful, unavoidable cost immediately. And his decision to still take it, that tells you everything about his ambition, about what he truly valued over everything else. It wasn't ignorance, it was a conscious, terrible choice.
Wow. So Skaldar heads back north, now a living legend, right? The Iron-Eye who bore the unbroken shield. But the curse, it started to play out.
It did. Swiftly and tragically. Skaldar himself, never defeated in battle, just as the shield promised, but the accounts tell us that every single raid he led after that, one of his sworn men, one of his oath brothers, always fell.
Always. One man every time.
An unavoidable tax, an escalating price for his personal invincibility. The saga says by the time his beard grew gray, none of his original oath brothers, those 50 men who sailed with him, none of them were left alive.
All gone. Sacrificed for his victories.
Exactly. And that highlights this profound, terrible irony, especially given Viking values. Skaldar got his personal invincibility, yes, but he paid for it with every single one of his closest companions. For a leader back then, that bond with his warband, his comitatus, was everything. Their loyalty was his strength, their numbers, his power.
So his glory was undeniable, but hollowed out.
You could say that. Built on the constant sacrifice of the very men most loyal to him, it left him utterly alone in his invincibility. It really makes you question what kind of leadership that is, sacrificing your core support for your own safety and fame.
It's devastating. A glory bought with total isolation. So how does it end for him? The saga describes his final voyage.
Yes. He stands alone on his ship's deck, the shield strapped to his arm, facing enemies that outnumbered him, it says, 100 to 1.
Completely alone.
Completely. Yet even then, as he faced certain death, the saga notes that his enemies didn't dare speak his name without a sense of awe. And though he died that day, finally overwhelmed, well, the Skald still sing his story.
His saga endures.
It endures because it captures that core question from the Viking Age, one it doesn't really answer neatly, but explores so deeply. Better to burn with glory than fade with time. Skaldar got the eternal saga he craved. His fame lives on. But look at the cost. Everything else. It's a truly tragic vision of what legacy can mean.
It really is. So, thinking about all this, what does it mean for you, listening right now? This saga, it forces us to think about what glory and ambition really are. If you had the chance, your ultimate goal, your own unbroken shield, whatever that might be, but you knew there was a hidden cost, a demand for blood somewhere else in your life, maybe not literal blood, but a serious sacrifice, would you still carry it?
That's the question, isn't it?
Yeah. What kind of legacy do you actually want? And are you willing, truly willing, to pay the highest price for it? Something to think about.